Your cat suddenly stops what it's doing and just stares at you. No sound, no blinking, just watching. At first it feels normal, but after a moment you start wondering, why are they staring? Do they want something? Or are they trying to tell you something? Because in the world of cats, staring is rarely random. Sometimes it means they need something from you. But one reason cats stare at their owners is something most people completely misunderstand. And once you notice it, you'll start seeing it every day. Let's start with the most common reason. Cats quickly learn which behaviors get a reaction from their owners. If staring at you makes you talk to them, pet them, or even just look in their direction, they remember that. Over time, simply sitting in front of you and watching becomes an easy way for them to get your attention. Many cats actually rely on quiet signals like this instead of making noise. A steady stare can be their way of saying, "Hey, notice me for a moment." Veterinarians note that cats often stare at their owners specifically when they want attention or interaction. And if you think about it for a second, haven't you noticed your cat staring right before you finally look back at them? Almost as if they were waiting for that exact moment. Once they realize it works, the behavior can become a small habit. Your cat sits nearby, watches you quietly, and waits until you respond. But attention isn't the only reason cats stare at their owners. Sometimes they're expecting something much more specific from you. Cats are excellent observers. They pay close attention to patterns in their environment, especially the ones connected to food, feeding times, the sound of a cabinet opening, or even the moment you walk toward the kitchen can quickly become signals they recognize. Over time, your cat begins to connect your movements with the possibility of a meal. So if they're sitting across the room staring at you, there's a good chance they're wondering about one thing. Are you about to go to the kitchen? Many cats actually develop a very accurate internal clock. As feeding time gets closer, they start watching their owners more closely, waiting for the moment when food might appear. And if you think about it for a second, how many times have you noticed your cat staring at you, only to realize it's almost time for their dinner? But hunger still doesn't explain every situation where cats stare at their owners. Sometimes they're watching you for a completely different reason. Cats are naturally curious animals. They constantly watch what is happening around them. Movement, sounds, and changes in their environment quickly catch their attention. So when you move, talk, pick something up, or walk into another room, your cat may simply be watching to understand what you're doing. In many cases, a cat's steady gaze is just part of how they observe their surroundings and communicate with the people around them. Some cats will even sit quietly and stare while you work, cook, or use your computer, almost like they're studying you. And if you've ever felt like your cat was silently judging everything you were doing, you're probably not the only one. Many owners notice their cats watching them this way, but curiosity still isn't the deepest explanation behind this behavior. Sometimes that quiet stare has a much more social meaning behind it. Sometimes a stare is actually an invitation. Before starting play, many cats quietly watch their owners for a moment. It's part of the way they decide whether interaction might happen. You might notice it during calm moments in the day. Your cat is sitting nearby, watching you, waiting, almost as if they're asking a simple question. Are we doing something now? Cats often observe carefully before jumping into activity. A focused stare can happen right before they chase, pounce, or start running around the room, because play for cats is closely connected to their natural hunting instincts. And if you've ever stood up after your cat stared at you for a while, you might have seen what happens next. Suddenly, they sprint across the room, jump onto a chair, or start chasing something invisible on the floor. But playfulness still doesn't explain the quieter moments when your cat simply sits and watches you without moving. Those calmer stares usually have a different meaning. Cats learn a lot simply by watching. They observe the small patterns in your day, where you go, what you touch, when you wake up, when you sleep. Over time, they start to recognize these routines. Cats are very observant animals, and they often learn about their environment and the people in it just by watching closely. That's why you may sometimes notice your cat staring at you for long periods without moving, almost like they're studying you. Researchers have even found that cats pay close attention to human behavior and adjust how they interact based on what they observe. And if you've ever looked back at your cat during one of those quiet moments, you may have wondered the same thing many owners do. What are you thinking right now? But sometimes the meaning behind a stare isn't curiosity at all. Sometimes it's something much more emotional. In In cat communication, eye contact can sometimes carry emotional meaning. A calm stare followed by a slow blink is often a sign that a cat feels comfortable and relaxed around someone. Behavior experts explain that cats use slow blinking as a friendly signal, showing they feel safe enough to lower their guard. And if you think about it, that's actually a big gesture for a cat. Cats are naturally cautious animals. Closing their eyes, even for a moment, means they trust the environment around them. So if your cat is sitting quietly and looking at you with relaxed eyes, they may simply be enjoying your presence. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at you for a few seconds and then slowly blinking? That small moment is actually a form of feline communication. Many people even call it the cat version of a smile. But there's still one final reason cats stare at their owners, and it explains why some cats seem to watch their humans almost constantly. For many cats, their owner becomes the most important reference point in the home. You are the one who brings food. You move through the house every day, and your voice, your habits, and your presence become part of the environment they know best. So when your cat sits somewhere and quietly watches you, they may simply be keeping track of the person they trust the most. Researchers studying cat behavior have found that many cats actually treat their owners as a secure base, a presence that helps them feel safe enough to explore the world around them. In a way, your cat may stare at you for the same reason kittens watch their mother, because that presence means safety. And if that's the case, that stare might not be mysterious at all. It may simply mean your cat feels comfortable and secure around you. So the next time your cat quietly sits somewhere and just watch you for a moment, don't assume it's random. Sometimes they want food, sometimes they're curious, but other times that stare simply means you're the person they feel safe around. Now I'm curious about something. Does your cat stare at you like this? Tell me in the comments. And if your cat also sleeps beside you, there's a reason for that too. Watch the video on your screen. It explains why cats choose certain people to sleep next to. And if you enjoy learning what your cat's behaviors really mean, subscribe, because the small things your cat does are rarely small.